knitters. It's April 5th, 2016. I'm freshly returned from the DFW Fiber Fest in Dallas, and it was wonderful. I had a great time. The people were fun. The classes were fantastic. I had such a busy time down there, and overall great fun. If you ever get a chance to go to the DFW Fiber Fest, it's well run. The marketplace was fun. It had a great mix of indie dyers and commercial dyed yarn, and it had a lot of spinning and woodwork, and I saw ceramic work. It was just a really great mix of all different sorts of things. It snowed here in Madison when I was in Texas. I think we had 2.5 inches, but by the time I got home Sunday night, it was gone because it had been 73 degrees in Madison. So, and now this morning, 27 degrees in the early morning hours here, but bright and sunny. And I think it's supposed to get to somewhere in the 40s today. So I'm always interested in the weather. So you'll have to bear with me on that. I just always find it interesting, especially in these spring months where it's, you know, up and down and crazy and snowing, but it's definitely still sweater weather and wool sock weather here in Madison, and shawl wearing, all that good stuff. So on the one hand, it's really nice that we get to linger about in our woolen wear, I guess, a little bit longer maybe than some areas of the country. So today I have a lot of stuff to share. I have this pile of accumulating stuff, really very little of which I have purchased, but things that people have gifted me and sent me to give away to you. I have a fun giveaway plan for today. So I'll share very little that I'm working on. I have really been working, and when I say working, I just mean, you know, designing and working on projects that I really can't share quite yet, unfortunately. Sometimes I do, but these I really can't share. And I've been, you know, I was working really hard prior to that on getting my new Craftsy class ready for release, and thank you so much. It's had a really wonderfully huge response, and I feel so much gratitude. So thank you so much. It's really gotten off to a great start. And in case you didn't know, I have a new Craftsy class called My First Toe Up Socks, where I am instructing I use different elements, like for example Judy's Magic Cast On, and I give a toe up sock pattern in 3 different sizes for both worsted weight and fingering weight, and then we use an afterthought heel, and I give my own little twist on that, construction for a sock, and then and lots of other little tips and techniques there along the way, as I like to do. So if you're interested in that, you can always click through my website. I'll make sure to get those links refreshed up at the top of the sidebar of my blog, where you can always click through and get a 50% discount on all 3 of my Craftsy classes. So those are forever available on my blog. And I thank you very much. If you click through my blog, you get, I get a very small kickback. They are affiliate links that Craftsy provides for all of their instructors. So that's just kind of a nice little thing for either affiliate Craftsy supporters or for the instructors. So I thank you very much if you do that. But you can do it at other places too. It's not, you know, that's a great thing about Craftsy, is they try to really make access to the classes at a discount across the board. You can find them all over the place. So I really love that, and I think that's one of the very great things about Craftsy. I also am filming some classes for Creative Bug, and that will be in the first week of May, and that's filmed in San Francisco. So I'm super excited about that. Should be some fun new classes there, and I'll tell you a lot more about Creative Bug later. I've been a subscriber for a long time now, and I've taken a lot of classes on there, and they're really cool and wonderful. And what's neat about it has a really different vibe than Craftsy. So I feel like, they're really, although they're both video tutorial websites, they have just a different feel, and the classes are really quite different too. So it's neat to see how those are comparable, I guess is the right word for that. So I'm just going to get into, first I'll just show you what I'm working on. I have more than this, just kind of for fun on the needles, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't made much progress on anything because I've had so much work knitting to do. And the sock right here that I'm working on is this fantastic Opal Schafpate 3, and it says Der Wanderschafer. Schafpate 3, Der Wanderschafer. And of course, I never know if I'm saying it correctly. I don't speak German, but I love the German yarn. So it's just a cuff down with a regular traditional heel flap and turn. I picked up for the gusset. I threw in some cream colored, off-white colored opal sock yarn for the heel, and that's a nice match because this is opal and now this is opal, and I have a lot of the opal solid sock yarns that I've just kind of collected through the years, and now I'm working my way down the foot. Before you know it, I'll be at the toe, and I'll be off and running. This sock has a fun story behind it, and just briefly, years ago I knit this exact same sock yarn, and I think it's probably the first time I've ever repeat knit a self-patterning sock yarn. I've never done that before because there are so many out there to knit. But I fell in love with this sock yarn, this patterned opal sock yarn, and I wrote a blog post called Ode to Opal. And I'll link that when I post this on my blog because it's kind of funny. So I fell so in love with this pattern, and I gave those socks that I knit several years ago to my sister-in-law, who just loved them and actually just wore them completely out. She wore them so much, which was very sweet. And I always thought about trying to find this same one colorway again, and I ran across it somewhere. I can't remember where it was. I'll try to remember where I got it, but it's been quite a bit now, at least a couple years that I've had this again. And when I ran across it, I thought, oh, I'm gonna knit another pair of those, and I'm gonna keep them for myself because I like the patterning so much. It's number 5096 of the opal, and this is the label. And let me see if I can find those numbers for you. Are they upside down? No. Okay, so I'm knitting them on my signature US size 1 2.25 needles, and I always get the 6-inch DPNs. I get asked that all the time. This is my lovely loopy sock blocker from the Loopy U. They like you to say the in there, the Loopy U, and that's theloopyu.com, and you can find these are beautifully crafted wood sock blockers. They're my absolute favorite. I talk about them all the time. So there's a sock. I started that at DFW, and now I'm on the foot. So I've kind of snuck in a little bit of sock knitting time there. While on the topic of socks, I have decided to add to my very irregular podcast a feature that I'm going to try to remember to do every time, but I thought it would be fun. I just recently cleaned out my sock drawers. I had 3 filled sock drawers, and they're not, like huge dresser drawers, but they're kind of more of these drawers that are pull out, on a slide. They kind of pull out of this dresser that I have that was my mother's dresser, so I really love the dresser a lot. And I had a lot of socks in there that were from way back that when I was just learning to knit socks, and I think I was knitting at too loose of a gauge for some of them. They didn't fit very well. I was trying to figure out my numbers and my techniques and my needle size and all that stuff. And I got rid of those. Some of them were very ill-fitting and some of them were very worn out and just didn't look good anymore. And I don't know, some of the yarn choices were not so good. So I got rid of a lot of those. I passed a few of them along, the ones that I thought were good enough to pass along to some other people. That hadn't been worn very much at all. But along the way, I kind of rediscovered some of the socks that I just absolutely love, and that, I could remember everything about them, where and when I knit them. And so that was just fun to go through. I refolded them in a nice, neat way, kind of more of like a rolled fold that you can pop in. And I took a picture of that. I think I posted on my blog, but it's also on Instagram, where you can find me over there just under Susan B. Anderson. That's where I am everywhere. But I thought I would do a new feature, considering I just went through all my socks, and do my a favorite sock feature. So the one I'm going to feature today is this beautiful gradient rainbow sock, and it's from Knit Circus, who is located right here, right in Madison, with the lovely Jala Spyro as the kind of the creative director, and Amy Dachin now works for Knit Circus too, and does kind of all kinds of promotion and social media, and I'm sure she has creative input as well, and does some designing and tech editing. I mean, she has her hand in the pot over there as well, which is fun. They are a great duo. But here is the gradient sock, gradient rainbow, and I have two of them. This cuff is about 8 inches long. I did a cuff down sock, and the trick for that, these are the matching socks sets, so they have you get 2 matching caked skeins of yarn, so the socks are perfectly matched, and they really, really are just beautifully matched. But the trick, if you do a cuff down, is that you want to make sure you get to all of the colors. And I did just make it to the green. The green was the last color of this sock, so I did make it. But I think this cuff's about 8 inches long. I'm working on another, and I had quite a bit left over, so it could have been even longer. So I am making another one of their matching sock sets right now in the Come What May gradient stripes sock colorway, and that one I made the cuff even longer, and I'll talk about that when I finish those more. But so anyway, this is a favorite sock set, gradient matching rainbow set, and I love these socks, and they have a great feel, and they just blocked out so beautifully and washed beautifully. So that's my favorite sock of the day. Which is kind of fun. Now I'm going to share a lot of sock yarn. So I'm kind of on this, I'm not kind of on it. I'm on a lifelong sock kick. It's not like it's a new thing or anything. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and turn off the sound on my phone, because I'm sure I have some child of mine is probably texting me, and I think everybody's all good and fine, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I'll check on it in a minute. So let's talk about some fun sock yarn things that I have in front of me, and I had something else in front of me, but I'll share that a little bit later. So when I was at DFW, it was so wonderful. They gave all the instructors usually kind of, well, not always, but sometimes you get a teacher gift when you come, and they gave us the goodie bag, and in our informational folder we got vendor bucks to spend at the market, which I love that idea. I've never had that before, and I think it's a wonderful way to give a nice, thoughtful gift to your instructors, but then to also have them give right back to the event by using the vendor bucks and supporting and the vendors who have been selected to come to the marketplace. So I just thought that was very clever and smart of them to do. And so I went right down, and I went to Stacy of Mustache Yarns booth, and I love her creative ways of dyeing. I waited until Sunday, the last day of the event, to go down, or was it Saturday night? No, I'm sorry, it was Saturday night. I was hoping she would even, had fingers crossed that she would have anything left even, but she must have died. I can't even imagine how much yarn she dyed because it seemed like everybody there had a skein or two of her yarn. She has had the lovely Diane Brown of Suburban Stitcher. She has a podcast and also an Etsy shop where she does beautiful bags, and she was so sweet. She gave me a bag as a gift, and it's just beautifully made. And this, of course, the fabric is has blue bonnets on them, and the blue bonnets were in bloom in Texas. And I was lucky enough that the lovely Laura, who drove me around all weekend, she made a point of it to make sure I got to see the blue bonnets all in bloom along the side of the road, and it really was stunning and beautiful. So this bag, I'll always think of that. And the inside has this really lovely fabric printed with all kinds of creative little words and fun, just kind of crafty references, which is really, really cute. And she has a nice handle. I've already got stitched markers hanging everywhere because that's what I do. And so anyway, that was really, really nice. But when I unpacked this bag this morning, I remembered, here's her card too, Suburban Stitcher. And she's so cute. She has such a warm, friendly face. So that was fun. When I went to the booth at Mustache to spend by vendor bucks, I saw that Supa Steph was there too. Stacy's former podcast co-host. So that was really fun to see her. She's so cute. She has a cute little pixie haircut, and she's just adorable, and she can wear that really well. And Stacy, of course, was there as well. And boy, is she impressive. She has so many samples knit up for all of her wonderfully creative self-striping yarns. She had some little solid mini skeins. She had other mini skeins that I saw other people have throughout the weekend. And wow, it must be so much work. It's really mind-boggling to think of the effort and care she takes with her designs and patterning socks. It's impressive, to say the least. This time around, I got 2 yarns. Now, these are wound in 2 skeins. She calls them the OCD Perfect Sock. They are 2 perfectly matched half skeins twisted together so that you get your matching socks, and there's no work on your part. You can just wind it up and cast on from the same end for both socks, and you'll have a matching pair. This one's called Family Reunion. They are 12 even stripes. It's a 75-25 superwash merino nylon blend, and you get 440 yards per 100 gram skein. And I just love these kind of earthy colors, just a great mix. I think the brown and kind of rust color kind of tone it down a bit from a lot of the more wild soft sock colors, so I can't wait to see that knit up. I also got, I don't knit a lot with Stellina sock yarns, but this one really caught my eye. It's called Happy Snowman, and it's 10 uneven stripes. It has the same configuration of yardage and all that good stuff. This is a photo of the sock, and I love the way the black is interjected in there. And of course, Snowman reminds me of Wisconsin, and Family Reunion reminds me of course, a homey, lovely feel, which I love. So anyway, here's that one. I don't know if you can see the sparkle or not, but it's really, really pretty combination of kind of softer colors, and I love that black accent in there. Now, I still have my skeins from SSK last summer. I haven't even knit them yet, but I'm going to. Now that kind of refreshed my memory that I need to pull those out. So this one that I got at SSK is called The Wall, and it's this wonderful speckled striping sock yarn. And it was so funny because I was again attracted to this one right away, and then I thought, wait a minute, I think I already bought that one. So I'm glad I didn't, because when I got home, I immediately went to see if I had it, and I did. And this is the other one that was so impressive that I bought last summer at the wonderful SSK. It's called Theory, and it has 32 stripes of colors in it. And honestly, I've never really seen much like that, that many colors before in a sock yarn. So they are, I think, fairly skinny stripes, if I remember correctly, but I just absolutely love this yarn. And okay, sorry, I keep having to stop and get my camera situated, and I have kids texting me. You guys know how it goes. I don't have to go on about that. I know you're all right with me out there. So another yarn that I wanted to share with you today that I haven't talked, I don't believe I've ever mentioned it before, but it's called Life in the Long Grass, and I have their website popped up over here on my computer, and they are in County Cork, Ireland. And I can't remember where I saw this. I saw it somewhere, and then I was so intrigued by it, and I thought they had the most beautiful, subtle, beautiful kind of speckly colorways. They have just beautiful things. So anyway, just go to that website. It's called lifeinthelonggrass.com. It's from County Cork, Ireland. But I ordered 2 skeins from them. And honestly, I have had this for a really long time. This one's called Garden Party. And oh, I am so in love with this. This is another one I want to knit here coming up soon. I really think that would be either a beautiful shawl or it would be also a lovely pair of socks. And let me see, they are on Instagram, LITLG, for Life in the Long Grass. So just take the first letters there of that and go follow them over there. They are on Facebook, Light and Dyed Yarn. They recommend hand washing. It's a 4-ply fingering or sock weight yarn, 75 superwash merino and 25% nylon. It's 460 yards, so it's really quite a light. Oh yeah, it really is. That is, I don't know if you can see it, but that is very thin. Very, very thin. Oh wow, I wonder if I should go down to a 0 on that, which I never do, but anyway, oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's squishy. It's pretty. It's dyed in Ireland. That sounds super good to me. I must have been in a purple mood that day when I ordered. This one is just as lovely. It's damask colorway, and it's got browns and purple, lavender, just beautiful lavender, and kind of just almost like a little bit of a gray look to it, but very subtle and just luscious. I think this is an up-and-coming dyer who maybe already arrived and I'm not aware of it. That very well could be the case. So please check this one out. I don't have any affiliation. I just purchased that yarn. So here is their lovely card that was sent, and it looks like, I don't know if you can read that, but Carolyn or something like that, maybe something with the C. I can't quite make that out, but anyway, so nice, beautiful yarn that you may want to check out while on the, well, no, that's not the same, but I was funny, I noticed, I just listened to Paula's last podcast, I think yesterday, and Paula of the Knitting Pipeline, of course. She's just Paula. She's like Madonna. She just goes by Paula. And we all know who we're talking about when we say Paula. She came up in my classes this week too because, well, Kathy I saw specifically from the main retreat, and she's always such a joy to see. Oh, and I'm going to share, and while on that topic, Kathy gave me this beautiful skein of sock yarn from Lorna's Laces, shepherd sock, which was such a sweet little gift. So thank you so much, Kathy. I love it, and I will knit it up. I'm a huge Lorna's Laces fan. I used a lot of her yarns in my last book. Casey is the dyer there, the head honcho. This one is called Texas Wildflowers, and of course reference to those blue bonnets. So we've got a blue bonnet theme there going on, which everybody from Texas seems very proud of their blue bonnets, so, and I don't blame them. It's really pretty. So Kathy, thank you so much. It was great to see you in class. But Paula was talking about, it was funny because she was talking about the Shetland Wool Week, We of course know the bobble hat was the hugest hit of the entire year last year. I can't think of another pattern that equaled that fevered knitting of a hat. So this year, the new pattern is called the Croft Hoose hat, and those Croft, it's inspired by the Croft houses that are sprinkled about Shetland. And if you haven't seen, oh, the designer, of course, sorry, I forgot to mention the designer. Her name is Ella Gordon. What a cute name, how lovely. But she says her inspiration was that she has always loved the little Croft houses you see dotted all over Shetland. I'm known for making cushions in the shape of traditional Croft houses, and my design for 2016 is another use of my favorite motif. If you haven't seen her little houses that she makes, Lori times 5 has knit a bunch of them. Lori times 5 is a great Instagram feed, and you should all go and follow her. She is one of the loveliest artists, knitters, travelers. I'm over the moon for her. And 5 it's Lori times TIMES. FIVE, 5, so it's all spelled out, Lori times 5. But anyway, she's done some beautiful Croft houses, but you can also look up Ella Gordon on Ravelry. I'll try to link all that when I get to the show notes. But she did this hat with the Croft houses as the motif, and you can see these, they have kind of 2 chimneys, so that's why it kind of almost looks like ears there, but her little Croft houses are so cute. And I don't know if I have a picture of oh no, they don't. I have another picture of them, but she suggests all kinds of different colorways you can use. I think she has 3 or 4 colorways, using, of course, the Jamieson and Smith 2-ply jumper weight yarn, which I feel like the jumper weight's a worsted, but it's either DK or worsted. I have to look that up, but I'm gonna check this out and see what when I can get to making maybe a couple of these, because it looks like some really fun color work, and I think the colors that you pick would be really fun to play around with. So to get that, you have to go to shetlandwoolweek.com. You have to subscribe to their newsletter, and then they email you, which is fun anyway in itself, and then they email you a PDF of that pattern. So that's the only way you can get it right now. You have to put in your email, and I don't know eventually if that will come up as a Ravelry download. I do know that the bobble hat, the designer for that, Donna Smith, also came out with a kid-size version of the bobble hat, so you can look that up too, and it's free, so you can look that up. But the pattern is so wonderful. It's only 1-page long pattern, and really what you do is you read from the beautiful charts, of course, that are provided there. So it's such an easy knit. Great, so go ahead and look at that. And I was just thinking about that, and then I heard Paula talking about it, so that was kind of fun. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the, I'm gonna go all the way back to Denver, and I'm gonna share some things that were given to me in Denver, which I didn't really get a good chance to share or to look through. And then when I was really unpacking my bag, I found all this beautiful stuff that people had given me, and I want to make sure I share that and thank them properly, because I hadn't done that yet. My one of my favorite buddies is Heather Rhodes from the Lemonade Shop. She came to my book signing at Fancy Tiger Crafts, and I've been a longtime fan of hers, and she does like the wild, crazy, colorful, speckled yarns. She also used to do these fantastic little stitch markers, but I think it became too time intensive for her. But here is this beautiful yarn called Sweater Weather. Oh my gosh, I love the craziness of this beautiful sock yarn. It's simple sock, 400 yards. See, so I know for this 100-gram skein, I get 400 yards. For the other one that I just shared from Life in the Long Grass, I had 460 yards. So that tells me this is a little bit of a heavier weight, anywhere right around 400 yards, a little lower. I will always use a US size 1. If it's a lot lighter, I mean, I have to start really thinking about if I want to go down a needle size, because that becomes very lightweight. sock yarn. So anyway, this is just beautiful, squishy, super fun. I think that'd make a fun hat, a fun shawl. And then this, now you might want to, get your sunglasses on for this because it might blind you. Look at that fantastic. This has to be like a super fun hat. This also could be just the most outrageous pair of cute, fun, squishy mittens waiting for winter mittens. So I might even do that. I don't know if I can resist. This is called Pinwheel, and oh my gosh, Heather, you have outdone yourself. I think this is a worsted. Yeah, worsted. 218 yards, that's pretty standard. 100% superwash merino. Anyway, go to this website, thelemonadeshopyarns.com. Heather is a huge talent, super nice woman, friends with Tanis Gray. Such a cool connection there. They are two silly, fun people who I love dearly. So anyway, when Heather was there, we FaceTimed Tanis and said hello. So that was fun. We did that from the Fancy Tiger Craft. Okay, so now let me pull out this other gift that I got while I was at Fancy Tiger Crafts. I got this beautiful bag, and let me make sure. I don't know if this person has a shop or not. Yeah, she does. Origami Owl. Oh, this is Kelly from Origami Owl. That's right. She has such cute stuff, and she gave me, oh, I have to just show it all. This is Origami Owl, and it's charmingkelly.origami.origami-owl.com. I'll be sure to link that. Charming Kelly is with an I, Kelli, Origami Owl. And she gave me a whole bunch of stuff here, so I have to look and see. Now I'm getting afraid I'm gonna miss somebody's gift that they gave me. But anyway, she gave me this fantastic set of, oh my gosh. Oh no, I've mixed up. This one, these bags are from the Knitting Type, and she is a designer on Ravelry. She's on Etsy, Instagram, and YouTube, Sarah Kirby Villekas, and she's an owner and designer of the Knitting Type. All right, so you can look her up on there. I'm sorry, I got them mixed up. I had such a plethora of gifts. But she gave me this beautiful beaded bracelet. Oh, she doesn't have, oh, Sarah. Sarah gave me this beautiful beaded bracelet. I love it, and it has this sunflower clasp, and I actually love stuff like this, so I will definitely be wearing that. Oh, cute little headband. Look at all this. How cute is that? It's reversible headband. Cute. I actually do love stuff like this, so I'll wear that all the time. She gave me, I could be really just a matching crazed person. But she gave me 3 matching notions and tiny, small sock size project bag, and then a larger, probably shawl size project bag. And I love the fabric. I think that's just so charming. And again, that's that reversible fabric that you saw in the headband. Thank you so much, Sarah. It was such a pleasure to meet you. She brought her spud that she had knit on her honeymoon, and I had such a cute story about that, and her husband was there taking photos. I think I posted a photo of her on Instagram, or like a repost or regram from her, and she was just so enthused to be there, and I was thrilled to meet her. She was extremely charming and sweet. Okay, so let me move on here to the charming Kelly, who is equally as charming and cute. And she has the Origami Owl that I was starting to talk about, but I got my gifts mixed up. Kelly is adorable. I actually have a picture of her on her card. Look at her. And that's how she looks. She's completely adorable and smiling from ear to ear. Fun, happy person. Look at how cute is this. She has a little jewelry shop that she does. So Origami Owl is her shop. You can Google that, or I'll put it in the show notes. And she had given me this adorable, sorry, she gave me this adorable we call, I guess, the fortune cookie, right? It kind of opens up like a fortune cookie. I want to think of it more like maybe an oyster or something too, but look, it's very sweet packaging. And then she gave me this adorable kind of knitting. She put all kinds of charms in there. Can you see it? Charms. One is a ball of yarn with knitting needles, an apple, and I think that's because I'm a teacher, and she has, it's like a typewriter written blog, the word blog written out in type script, and then just a jeweled heart in there. And I am smitten with this. I think that's just adorable. So thank you so much, Kelly. I'm going to wear it, and I love it. So thank you. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I'm moving along here. I told you I had a lot of stuff, and it's absolutely true. So the next thing I have to share is that one of my most favorite bag designers, Renee Lutjes I'm not sure how to say it. It's from the Netherlands. She is so lovely and talented. She has sent me one of her patchwork needle holders, and I have purchased a lot of her stuff. I purchase stuff on my own from her all the time, and I also, she's sent me some gifts along the way too. So this one happens to be a gift, but I really want to show it to you. So this is, again, one of those where you can put your needles in. I think I've showed this a million times on here, but if you have your double pointed project, you can go ahead and slide that right in here, and then she has snaps. Hers are a very generous size. Some of them are very thin. They're maybe, you know, like an inch in width here, but hers is just very generous. You can also use this as a storage for your double pointed needles, and she suggests doing that. But Renee's work is meticulous. It's lovely. She chooses really fun fabrics that maybe you wouldn't think of to put together. Very whimsical and free with her fabric choices. Lowland Originals is the name of her shop. It's on Etsy. You can just Google that or look it up quick on Etsy, Lowland Originals. And thank you so much, Renee, for this gift. I really appreciate it. I love her earrings as well, and she sent me, she always throws in a little something for me, which I love, but she sent me some of her jeweled earrings. I love earrings like this that are just posts. I wear them all the time, and I really enjoy that, and sometimes it's fun to have something with a little bit of a dangle to it, but I can't tell exactly. These are really interesting. I love them. She also does stitch markers. She's so creative and wonderful, and her shipping is a complete deal. These are really cute. They're a little bit fancier with the pearls hanging down, and they have such a vintage look. It's kind of this, I don't know what you even call that, but oh, I love them, and I will definitely wear these. I wear her I have a bunch now, different colors of her earrings. I wear them all the time, constantly. They're really one of my go-to earrings. She also does these things like, she makes little envelopes and cards that she folds out of other, I wonder if I can open this up quickly to show you, because I've been really fascinated with her paper things that she sends out. Oh, can I do this easily? Yeah, here we go. So it's a hand-stamped mini card. Looks like maybe she colored it in the hand-folded envelopes, but these are the sweetest things. I just can't get over how sweet they are. But they're on this cardstock, and then she hand folds these envelopes. This one kind of has a Christmassy flair to it, which I love. And then I guess they're both the same, the cards, but then this is the second envelope. Anyway, they're just, she's really interesting. I mean, that's such a creative and fun idea. And clearly she has many talents. Here's the same thing again. Hand-stamped mini cards. These are I won't take the time to open those up, but again, they look like they have a Christmas theme, which is good by me. I love a Christmas theme. I'll take it anytime. And then lastly, I want to show you that I've just become, you know, I've always been a real sketchbook, notebook fiend. Oh wait, I have something in here I can't quite show yet, so I'm going to take it out. Sorry about that. I'll show you soon enough. Oh, I've even taped it down there. Okay, I'm going to put that aside. But I've always been such a notebook fiend, and so lately I've gotten on the the Midori Traveler's Notebook kind of thing that's going on, but it's something that I've always loved. So here's my Midori notebook, Traveler's Notebook, and I take it with me and I travel and I sketch and I do all kinds of fun things in here. But I also just kind of collect things from my trips, and I had two of these little Progress Keeper stitch marker things on here, but they were so convenient. I took one off and used it while I was traveling. But this is the one from the Little House on the Prairie, pancakes and butter. A Progress Keeper from Little Skein, Annie Light on Instagram and other places, but just look up littleskein.com. She has these great stitch markers, but this was from the specifically from the Laura Ingalls Wilder Club, where I designed a shawl for that. But the fun thing about these is that they have this leather you know, binding here, and it just kind of gets beat up and wears and tears, and that's kind of how it's supposed to be. So, you know, it gets, the more you use it, you get more of these little markings on it. And I'll see if I have anything in here that would be fun to share. But I have the envelopes, and I put little cards and pictures and postcards. I keep some, these are some sticky tape cards that you can peel off and stick things down. I have 3 notebooks in here in this one, and I keep tags and labels. Oh, this is funny. These are some of my notes from my Toe Up Craftsy class that I did. I have little ties with buttons on it. All sorts of good stuff in here. Oh, there are lots of notes. Sock yarn labels. Oh, I have this funny picture. That's me and my daughter. That was almost 20, maybe 19, 20 years ago. Isn't that funny? I look like a little kid. Look at me. I'm like a little kid. That's cute. It's just little things, you know, when I'm traveling so much that I want to kind of hang on to. I have a lovely photograph of my mother that I always carry with me. If I start feeling lonely, I look at that and I think about my mom, and other things. But anyway, and then I keep this, I have a zippered pouch where I keep a bunch of stuff in there, and then the pocket in the back. But a lot of it is just a design notebook for me. I keep notes on ideas, inspiration, and things I want to design, and I actually write out entire patterns in that. But the reason I got onto that whole thing, the Midori Traveler's Notebook, and I just ordered mine through Amazon. It's really funny though, because there are videos on how people set up their Midori notebooks on YouTube, and I've actually subscribed to a couple of them because they're really cute and they have good ideas. It's really fun to see people go through their notebooks, and a lot of people keep extensive calendars in there, which I should do, but I have a little calendar problem. I'm not very good at keeping a good calendar. I say that all the time. But Renee is offering Midori Traveler's Notebook cozies on her Etsy shop. And so, of course, I had to get one. This is a Japanese fabric, Japanese watercolor inspired fabric that she had. I just thought it was so springy and light and seasonal, and I love the red, of course, one of my favorite colors. The inside is just this kind of sunshiny yellow. It's just such a sweet bag. But so now I just throw this right in my big Namaste bag, and I carry it with me everywhere on the plane, and stick my plane tickets, everything in here. So anyway, great, good stuff from Renee. And I'm going to put that item back that I took out that I can't share quite yet. I'm going to put that back in here quick before I lose it. So stick that right in. And I hate that when you can't share things, but this one I really can't. So usually I kind of fudge around on that a little bit. I can't share that one yet, but soon. Okay, so let's move on. I'm getting down to the end here. And I thought, let's see how much time. I have to keep stopping and starting because my phone runs out of space. Oh, I had one more thing I was going to show and I don't have it. So maybe if this runs out, I'll run and get it in between. And if not, I'll just show it next time. So I had another one of my lovely students share her name. Oh no, that was Renee Lucas. Sorry. This was another little hand-folded envelope from Renee. Oh, and then still more from Renee. See, it's just spilling out all over. I have to, I have too much stuff on my table right now, but Renee also did this beautiful Progress Keeper stitch marker too that has this gorgeous flowered bead. So Renee just showering me with gifts. I can't even get over my good fortune. Okay, now this one was from Anna. A-N-A, Anna Huron, and she was at a Good Yarn in Sarasota, and she gave me the cutest little bag of gifts. Sorry, something fell right off my kitchen table, but it was just so fun. So this is the kind of stuff I'll put in my traveler's notebook. She gave me a postcard from Florida with all the beautiful shells. We were down at Siesta Key Beach, Sarasota area, and that will be going right in my traveler's notebook. And this nearly blew me away. She gave me these cards with, look how cute, cards with stitch markers attached. I have shells, and I thought she said something like those were shells from shells that she picked on the beach, and just the sweetest little stitch markers. I think some of the best looking little stitch markers I've ever seen. These are my favorite kind of stitch markers right here, just with the bead. Anna, you are a gem. And again, more little shells. I mean, what a memento. Oh, and look at that. I didn't even see that one. Flip-flop, a beaded flip-flop. I mean, people are so darn clever. That must be like sea glass. I think those are sea glass. But I don't know that she has a shop. She should, now that I'm looking at this. Anna Huron. She just said, thank you. It's a small token of appreciation. Oh, the rough cut shells I collected from Tybee Island Beach in Georgia. Think of the ocean in Florida as you use these. Love, Anna. I think she just does it for fun. So anyway, she was so cute. I have met so many fun people over the last few weeks. It's really been such a treat. She did that. So there's more from Anna. She gave me these sticky notepads. She gave me a beautiful set of 6-count of colored pencils. They're kind of the dipped kind, but look at the colors of those. They're very unusual and beautiful. So thank you for that. I absolutely love it. She gave me some yarn that I've never seen before. It's from Premier Yarns. It's a wool-free sock yarn. And it's adorable. And she gave me 2 skeins of that, 2 50-gram skeins, and it will work up looking like that. I love this colorway with browns and rust and blue. And it's called Wool Free Sock from Premier Yarns, striping pattern sock yarn. 235 yards for a 50-gram. So it's actually 470 yards for 100 grams. So again, that's a really lightweight yarn. This one's all acrylic, 93% acrylic, 7% PBT. Does anyone know what PBT is? I don't know what it is, but it's incredibly soft, and that would be really fun to try out. I'm always game for trying out. I got some more cotton sock yarn too, so I'm going to try with a little bit of a different blend, so I'm going to try that as well. This is something I got for my traveler's notebook, but it has all these sticky tapes in here, and these peel off with printed, all different patterns and things. It came in that tin. I just ordered that on Amazon, but it peels off like this in a strip, so you can put fun things on your on your pages in there if you want to tape down your yarn labels and things. So that was just kind of in the mix there. Okay, I'm going to stop this and then I'm going to come back and show you the prize and grab that one other fun gift that I got and share it with you. Okay, back again for the last part here. So I ran and got the one last gift I had received this weekend, wrapped up so sweetly. It was better. I opened it, but I love the pink tulle. I think I'm going to save that and use that again for another package. But I met the sweetest, all sorts of sweet people, but Lisa, who took a couple of my classes, I really had a nice time meeting her. It was really fun, but she brought me a little homemade gift and I want to share it with you. So thank you so much, Lisa. It was a pleasure to have you in a couple classes this weekend. But she brought me this strawberry tea, which I'm going to have later this afternoon. I have earmarked, and it is from Saint Dalfour organic tea from France. And she said it's just out of this world, and I love kind of fruity flavors like that. That's actually my favorite thing. I have such a sweet tooth, so I will enjoy that very much. But the thing that just drove me crazy with cuteness was this little needle book that she made and hand stitched. So it's wool felt. It's just so sweetly done. It ties clothes with a little satin ribbon. She did some ribbon embroidery here on the front and the back. It's a sweet heart. I love that it's just that kind of organic gray. I want to make some of these. I have wool felt and kind of little kits to, not kits, but little cutout pieces and things that I could do this with. So she did, again, a French knot and some little satin stitches. But look at these. These are so small. They fit in the palm of my hand. She said they are so sharp. I don't know, it doesn't have a brand name or anything, but where she got these, and the woman told her that they were just so incredibly sharp that you really should be careful. But I love that the point protector is attached as I clumsily close them there, but those have a little pocket right there. This is going to go right in my notions bag. And then all these sweet pins, and look how carefully she made a spot for each of those pins, and all the detail is so incredible. And here again for sewing needles, she made a spot, for each needle to kind of go through and then to be held in place. So I don't know if Lisa knew how crazy I am for things like this, but I really am. And it's tiny, it's just everything about it is so cute and sweet. I'm going to tie it closed here, but that's just, I can't even say how much I appreciate it. And I think, even though this is so tiny, I know that it probably took a lot of hours and work to put that together. And her stitching is so perfect. So I'll have my tea later. Can't wait. All right, now on for the last thing. So it was a lot of stuff this week, but I really wanted to take just some time to relax and share that with you today. Okay, so moving on. The beautiful, lovely, talented Alana Dacos of, I guess it's Dacos. I always want to say Dacos, but Alana Dacos of Never Not Knitting, who also sells my printed pattern along with a lot of other fun people to wholesale, to yarn shops and festivals and things. She created kits for some of my toys, and she sent me a couple kits to kind of look through and see what's in there. So the first one she sent me was for the little owl. I think she has some other toy patterns too. So she carries the pattern. The PDF pattern is included here with the download code, so it goes right into your Ravelry pattern library, which is really nice. So you get the kit and a download code, and then you can get that right in your library online. And here's the back of it. These are my little sketches that I do for all my patterns through her. But you get 50 yards of a worsted wool alpaca blend in light and medium blue, 20 yards worsted wool in orange, white felt circles for eyes, embroidery floss for the face, stuffing, and you get the PDF pattern. So you get all of that. She told me I can't say the brand of the name, so of the yarn, because there was some not a conflict at all, but she just asked that I not say the brand of the yarn. But let me tell you, it's top-notch yarn. Beautiful, beautiful wool and alpaca blend. It will make the cutest, fuzziest owl with a halo. But look at how cute. These are the kits. You can order them from her website, which is nevernotknitting.com. She has a whole shop with all kinds of really cool, unusual things in it. Here is her card, and here is the really cool scratch off pattern code. She's so clever the way she does everything, but look how cute for the little owl. You get the thread and the eyes. I mean, what a great kit. You don't have to buy the whole thing. I just taught this class on Sunday, last Sunday, 2 days ago in Dallas, and it was a big, huge hit. And then you get this baggie packed full with the stuffing for your owl, and it's just packaged beautifully and neatly. Everything Alana does, I'm telling you, perfection. I've never seen anybody so meticulous as her and so thoughtful about the products she produces. I can't say enough, and we all know what an exquisite designer she is. A really talented young woman who I feel very privileged to get to work with because she's really supportive too. So it all comes in this beautiful box. And I'm really excited because I get to give away a kit today, and I think it's 2 kits, so I'm going to say 2 kits. And if she only wanted to give away one, I'll purchase and then send off the second kit. I'm going to have them sent directly from Alana. She can mail those out. And then here's the other one. It's my cute little squirrel and acorn. The squirrel has this fun pocket where you can stuff all the little acorns. I hope you can see them, or if it's not too blurry. But here's the second one, Squirrel and Acorns Kit. Can't wait to see what she has in here. Again, you get the download. You get 120 yards worsted wool alpaca blend in gray, 50 yards in worsted wool in cream. You get scraps of yarn for face embroidery and acorn, stuffing, and the PDF download. This kit is an exclusive from nevernotknitting.com. So here's your squirrel color. Here's your pocket color. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so cute. And then your odds and ends for your beautiful acorn collection. I don't know, these are so cute. I can't remember how much they cost on the shop. Here's your stuffing. That's the first time I've opened that up, so I haven't seen any of this yet, so it's pretty exciting for me too. And here's your coupon, scratch off coupon code. Well, how clever is that? It makes it even more fun that you get to scratch it off. Like you won the lottery or something. You won the yarn lottery or the pattern lottery. All right, so 2 kits. So we'll give away one of the owl kits and one of the squirrel and acorn kits to, we'll have 2 winners for that. And what I'll do is I'll post that on my blog. I'll have you leave a comment on my blog for that. So make sure you leave your Ravelry username or an email where I can contact you. I will send then, I'll send you an email if you win. We'll have, I'll email you or contact you via Ravelry and gather your mailing address, and then I'll send off your information to Alana so she can send your kits out directly. These are amazing kits, and I have she used my little sketches here that she also puts on the printed patterns. Kind of adds a little nice personal touch, I think. Phew, that was a lot of information and things. And then, yeah, that's it. So have a great, fantastic week. I'll get this posted as soon as possible. I'm glad to be home here for a few weeks, so working hard to get ready for some more, a lot of travel coming up. Again, I'm going to be at Fiberspace in mid-May, and I have no idea how my classes are doing over there, so you might want to check out their website, fiberspace.com. Fiber is spelled F-I-B-R-E space.com, and hopefully if you're in the area, I can see you then. But in the meantime, bye, knitters. Love you guys. Bye.